Hey guys, and welcome to Generation Tech. On this week's episode, we're going to be going over our Christmas wish list, and towards the tail end, we're going to be going over some of our early Christmas presents that Matt and I got each other. So stay tuned.
Generation Tech, the weekly videocast for your inner geek, bringing you the hottest tech news from around the world. Brace yourselves, the show's about to start. It's Generation Tech. Here's your hosts, Rich Nieto and Matthew Burrows.
And again, welcome. It's episode 26, and it is the 4th of December. It's been one of those days, just one of those days, man. I swear to God. Technical difficulties up the butthole, but we're here. And how was your Thanksgiving?
It was quite good. I didn't have power for a good chunk of time there, so I actually ate in the dark, and we actually ate outside for part of it. So, as good as that it's gonna get, I guess it kind of went through okay, but it wasn't the best Thanksgiving on my book.
So you really
How was your Thanksgiving, Rich?
You're like reenacted the actual pilgrimage Thanksgiving. No power,
Yeah.
old
we
school.
we literally landed on Plymouth Rock. We went out in the woods with Indians or Native Americans, and pretty much we got our own food. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's good shit. I mean, but that sucks though. Like a whole day and a half without power. I went 2 weeks without power once, and that was no bueno. But
Yeah.
my Thanksgiving was pretty good. We stuck at home, and my wife cooked dinner and stuff, Thanksgiving dinner and all that stuff. So it went pretty well. It was really relaxing. Got to watch a lot of football. Went to Best Buy real quick, like literally just really quick to pick up something that was on sale. But other than that, I didn't do any Black Friday shopping. There was nothing worthwhile, I thought.
Yeah, well, you were messaging me on iMessage, and you were like half drunk, kind of buying your own gifts at that time. So,
Yeah.
what a great Black Friday.
Had a bunch of wine Thanksgiving night. You know how I do. Me and my wine. I downed the entire bottle over dinner, and then Kelly drove us to Best Buy, and was walking around.
Pretty much, she drove you so you didn't crash your.
Yeah, exactly. I could not drive. I was in pretty tipsy shape.
Probably didn't give two fucks.
It was fun though. It's my first flat screen TV I bought at Best Buy. I was actually drunk. I just got out of the bar with a couple of friends, and I bought a TV. It was the most fun experience actually I ever had at a Best Buy. You should try it sometime. True story.
I got a couple years.
Yeah, no, I know.
got like 4 more years.
It was
and then I'll come down and I'll polish off a bottle of wine myself.
the guy could have bought me like a Geek Squad protection plan and stuff up the ass. I probably would have bought it, because I was under no mindset of what the hell I was doing. But anyway,
That's you anyway.
let's move on. So we're gonna go over our Christmas wish list, as I mentioned in the intro. We each have 10 items that we want for Christmas. A lot of them big ticket items, a lot of them smaller things. Not necessarily we're hoping to get, but it's like a real stretch of a wish list in some of these items. So
Yeah, but some of them I think we're gonna try to make happen. I'm sure within a couple months.
So the way we did is, so we're going from most realistic to least realistic items in terms of the scale later on. And then afterwards, we're going to go over some of the, we got each other a couple of gifts, some more than others. I got him about 8 things for Christmas. He got me 2 things. But no, it's awesome.
I told you $50 limit, and you did like $100-something. So
that's how we do it, Anyway, so with that being said, let's go over item number 1 on the wish list.
This is a concurrent item. We both have this on our
This
wish
is the
list
only
somewhere.
item that's matching, so we just wanted to get it over with.
Yeah. So I guess I'll start with my version. If you guys don't know what this picture is, it's the Philips Hue. Rich specifically wants I believe he wants the strip LEDs, right? And I want the actual base package, like with the 3 light bulbs and the unit. For me, I'd put it in my 3 lights, and I pretty much just have the base set up where I can change colors in my room, stuff like that. So it'd be coming quite handy. I can change to any mood I want. So yeah, and Rich already has his full kit already, but he wants to do these LED lights, and I'm sure he'll put them someplace special, huh?
Yeah, so I had the Philips Hue for about a year now, and they are absolutely sick. I'm gonna change the lights in here for you guys real quick, because we can. So I mean, you can it's awesome. This thing is sick, and you can actually even see Matt. No, I can't. But anyway, so I absolutely love the Philips Hue. They're a little pricey. I mean, the starter kit is $200, but once you have it, you'll be playing with them every single day. You know, and you can actually do geofencing. So when you have your iPhone doing the geofencing, once you get home, lights can automatically turn on and everything. Once you leave the location, the lights will turn off and all that stuff. So it's so versatile. And basically, I have it in my home office, but what I want to do is have a set for the living room. So I have all the lights in there with Philips Hue, and then I want the light strips probably around my desk area, so it bounces off the wall, and also behind my TVs for ambient lighting, which will look pretty sick. So I wanna basically just expand my base package and just have basically the entire house Philips Hued up.
Yeah.
So.
On the picture here, it's actually like a screen grab from the I believe it's from the original kind of commercial that they did. And it was really cool. Like how I would do it if I had my own apartment and it had like more modern furniture. I don't know if you guys can see in that picture. There's like a bar halfway back. It's kind of like an island or say. And on the video, there's like those two desks, kind of chair looking things, stools. Underneath by the feet, they actually had the Philips Hue kind of lining that, and it looked really nice because it had like a nice white blue accent on the floor, and it just looked really clean. So I mean, obviously these are a bit pricier options for LED strips, but I think that these are cool because you can control them with your phone.
Yeah, because we both have the LED strips, and I have mine around my TV, and it's nice and everything, but you got to use a separate remote, obviously, and it has an IR sensor, so you have to be within the line of sight. Unlike the phone, you could be anywhere in the house and control them. And also, if you can see on the left side of this picture, there's the bloom light, which lights up an entire wall, basically, just like ambient lighting. That I would also like to have. It's pretty cool. I'm not sure what type of usage I would have it being in this house, but it's good. It's a good option. So
now for those, I was kind of confused because if you look at that, you don't see any wires. Now, did they tap a drill through the table, or is it like battery operated or something?
No, it's wired, so they probably just hid the wire somehow in the picture.
Because in every single mock-up that I've seen, every single video, they have it tapped through the table, and I would never do that.
Yeah.
I'd never tap something through the table like a light.
Yes, something so
Unless
temporary.
It was like something that would only be on the desk, not pointing at a wall.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's a temporary item, so I wouldn't drill a hole just for that. But they just do it just for picture's sake.
Yeah,
to make it look
obviously. Clean. Like if I had that set up, I'd be happy anyway.
Oh,
so
yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on to item number 2, which is one of your items.
Yes. Now, as we said, we're starting from like the low ends, like the low cost items, which the Hue we kind of skipped over because we both had that on our list. So for the first actual low cost item, this is a Satechi, however you want to pronounce it, desk mat. Rich has one in his camera. You can see his is
right
white.
Here.
Yep. And the one that I would order would be orange because I'm that type of guy. I got the orange mic, the orange little thingamajig over here, and orange headphones, stuff like that. So I just wanted to match the orange kind of theme, and that would go underneath my mouse, my keyboard. And stuff like that I can set my phone on and everything without having to scratch up my desk. And it also kind of adds some contrast to the desk, so you can kind of see the peripherals better.
Yeah, I agree. That's the main reason why I got that for my desk. If you guys saw my old home office setup, I used to have my keyboard and mouse on top of this pad. But the way it is situated now, there's not enough room in front of me to put it because this is actually a huge mat. It's really big. I want to say it's like 2.5 feet by like 1.5 feet. So mainly now I just have it as a pad so it doesn't like my phones don't scratch up the desk and stuff like that. But that's exactly why I got it, because I wanted things to pop off of it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's an awesome desk mat.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you showed me that and it looks like it'd be perfect. I could actually probably fit it underneath my monitor if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And have the monitor on top of it, which would be perfect because it would just take up this whole section of desk here. So it would look really nice, I believe.
I tried doing that, but it was making my monitor wobble because the entire thing wasn't on it. So might have to think about that. But yeah, we'll take a look at it if he gets it. So that's pretty cool. But the first item on my wish list is a Nexus 6. So I have an iPhone 6 as my personal phone, but my work phone is due for an upgrade. So it's kind of like a weird wish list because like work's gonna get it for me. I'm trying to decide whether between the Note 4 or the Nexus 6. I really, really want the Nexus 6, but the Verizon one isn't like slated to come out anytime soon. There are rumors it's going to be coming out on the 13th, but even then it's going to be like near impossible to get pretty quick off the bat. So I don't know. I just like the Nexus 6, the stock lollipop experience, and it just looks sick. I want the white one to.
I always get a G3.
Nah, not G3. I want a big phone like the well, yours is a big phone too, but
yeah, this is the same. Nexus 6 is 6 inches screen, right? So it's bigger than the iPhone.
6 inch. Yeah,
it's bigger than the iPhone then.
Yeah, slightly.
So my phone's the same thing as a 6 Plus, pretty much.
So like I said, either the Note 4 or the Nexus 6, but in an ideal world, I'd rather have the white Nexus 6. So
yeah, but that's only the 16 gig storage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. You could add extra storage.
It's just secondary phone.
Yeah,
so
I don't have anything on there anyway. But your next item.
Okay, so my next item is that's the wrong name, but that's all right. It's a book arc. And it pretty much houses a MacBook Pro vertically. So I can pretty much get it up and out of the way, which right now I have it. If you guys see my desk, my room tour, probably 1st of January, it'll probably be the same. But you'll see that my MacBook's actually just sitting vertically on a different table with some wire kind of guides and stuff that makes it really easy. It's clean as I can get it right now. But I think this way would make it even cleaner because it's pretty much up and out of the way, and it's not like taking up so much space on the table. And it actually looks pretty good. So with a new case that I got for it, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably one of the sleeker looking MacBook stands and stuff like that. So that's a good choice. Although it is pricey for what it is. What?
It's like $50, $49.
Yeah, it's like $50 or $60, something like that.
For a piece of aluminum, which, if I really wanted something like this, I could make it,
Yeah, but that's...
You could just rig one, but it doesn't look as clean. You know?
It's a very sleek... And the metal, the aluminum, matches the MacBook aluminum, so...
Yeah. I believe they also make, like the high-rise stuff. Not the high-rise stuff that you'll see on Amazon, but like a high-riser for MacBooks.
Yeah.
Which I believe Steven Johnson owns. And it matches it like perfectly.
Yeah, they make a couple different items like that, but it's a good choice. So my next item is the Hoverboard 3 made by 12 South. So this thing clips onto like my desk over here, and I'll be able to have an arm with my iPad, so I could basically have it hovering right around here, and I could use it. You could actually even attach it to the back of a Mac or a Thunderbolt display on the pedestal, so it could be literally right here, and I'll be touching the iPad and using it instead of having it like over here on my desk or whatever. So it just makes it a little bit more functional to use in my setup.
Yeah, for sure. I mean that could almost be a whole nother setup with our Logitech keyboards that you have the larger one, I have the smaller one. You could switch in between an iOS device and a computer. So you could set that up over there if you wanted to. Yeah,
it's pretty sick. Like I saw some of the instances of where this is used. So basically some apps are like widgets and stuff like that. So you could have, let's say I'm looking after my stocks, I could have the stock widget app open all the time there and just have that running. And it even has some wire management, so you could have it powered. So the power cable kind of runs through the arm as well. So that's pretty cool as well. So
it could just be your daily dock anyway.
Yeah, I'll just have it in there.
Plus,
all the time.
like even during the show, you could use it as a side monitor for notes or something.
Exactly. The possibilities are endless. Something like this. It's so versatile. Only problem is it's $100 for this thing.
That's a bit pricey
for what it is. Yeah, I mean there are
because you can get so many different ones like that. They're a lot cheaper.
But this one has the best clamp in my opinion, because it could also, like I said, it could clamp onto the pedestal on a Thunderbolt display or iMac, which is what I have 3 of them. So I could put it over here. I could put it over there. My desk, the only place I would be able to put it on my actual desk is over here. Yeah. So I'm really limited in terms of if it's something onto a desk, but. Yeah, I'll hold off for this one.
In white, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So move on to the next item. of yours.
Okay, so this is a Blue Lounge cable box, and if you don't know what this is, if you ever have done some wire organization, a lot of the times you'll get these like bricks or just extra cable that you don't really have to use. It's kind of just bundled up, and I normally I just twist tie all of them, or I just tie them up as best as I can, but they're still just kind of sitting out, and that's what this solves. It pretty much you can put all of that in to this box, and it reroutes out either side. And this box does look kind of small, but it's actually like a foot and a half, 2 feet by like half a foot, I think it was. And I mean, it'll house everything that I have. And I also believe it can almost house our 12 outlet kind of
Surge protector.
Yeah, that one. Surge protectors. So yeah, you can fit quite a bit of cables into this, and it definitely cleans up the area down there. So.
Oh, for sure. Even if you don't put a surge protector in there, just the fact that you could put like the Xbox power brick and stuff like that, in there, so it's not just dangling around. It'll, and then you add a couple of the sleeves onto the wires that come out of it, and that'll even clean up the wire management even more. So, that's an awesome product. A little pricey though, I think it was like $40, $30.
$40, but I think it's worth it. This one is probably the best one they can get, specifically size-wise as well. It's probably the biggest one that you can find. Without going to just, I mean, you can always, as I said, you can make your own one of these if you wanted to. All you need is like a wooden box or something. You can paint it any color. Just drill a hole in either side.
You just have to be careful with the wood because of the heat. Maybe it might be a fire hazard, but yeah.
But like, I have my two things that I think you have probably similar products with the LED lights, that little box, those things. I have like 3 of those. So yeah, it's kind of like a nuisance to have 3 of those just dangling around.
For sure. So. Yeah, those are a pain in the ass. And X Infinity said in the chat, sometimes cable management wants to make you put sandpaper to your face. And it really is. It's a love-hate relationship because actually doing the wire management is a real pain in the ass. But once you got it and it looks sleek and clean, then it's all worth the while. But just getting it to that point, it's not fun, man. Route growing and all that stuff, but hey, everybody has to do it, at least a little bit, because if you just keep a wired web of everything around, it could make the best setup look like a complete ass. So, take the time out to do it, folks. So we're going to the next item, and this is my item. It's the Black Widow Chroma. The Stealth Edition, actually, by Razer. So I don't have a gaming keyboard. I use the wired Apple keyboard with the number pad on the side, and that's what I typically would use for gaming. But I want something, a mechanical keyboard that lights up and it just looks really sleek. Granted, it's not a Mac. They don't make a Mac version of this thing, but I don't really care because I'm going to be gaming on it, so I don't care about the Mac keys and stuff like that.
It works all the same.
Yeah. So I just think it looks really sleek because you could actually customize the lighting on certain areas of the keyboard and all that stuff. So
yeah, you can make yours white and blue if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. So that's really sick looking. It's about $130, $150, I believe. So it's a little pricey as well.
It kind of varies.
Yeah.
I believe in the future though they are going to make a Mac version of this. Another thing to consider with these is that they're no longer using Cherry switches. I don't know if you knew that.
They aren't.
No, those are not Cherry switches. They're their own switch, which some people say are worse, some people say are better, blah, blah, blah. But they're no longer using the old-fashioned, good old, reliable Cherry MX switches.
So I'll give it a shot before I actually buy it, because all these things you can return, obviously.
Definitely try it out in store.
Yeah.
They give you like a little trial part of the keyboard to use.
Does Best Buy sell these things?
I believe so. It depends on your Best Buy. I know Walmart. My Walmart sells just the regular Black Widow Ultimate, which I'm very iffy with these because I've owned Razer products before, and they're very kind of like, okay, this works with Mac, but this doesn't, and it's like, but
all right.
Yeah, I hope that the Chroma works with Mac, but not really sure.
All right, so on to your next item.
Oh, okay. So my next item, which I have 2 of these on my list, because if you guys haven't seen my desk before, on the top of my hutch, there's an empty space where it's perfect, where you could clip really anything on. I could clip the iPad stand up there and have it come down if I wanted to. But I'm going to put 2 of those up there. These are kind of pricey. These are Sennheiser headphone holders. I don't remember the exact model number, but if you look that up on Amazon, they're about $49 a piece, which is a bit pricey for these, so I'm not really justifying them just yet. But I'll be putting my V-Modas up there, it's just perfect because I can just hang them right there and they're on display. And then later on my list, I'll talk with another thing that that will be possibly getting. At least it was on there. I don't see it on there anymore, but that's okay. So I was going to have the Astros that I was planning on getting up there as well, which sadly just upped their price again.
Yeah, they were on sale for $250, so that sucks. Yeah. But that is a nice looking headphone stand, because a lot of them are pretty ugly and cheesy and cheap looking. But that actually has pads, so it doesn't mess up your headset. Yeah. Because stuff like this, they actually have nice padding on your headset, so you don't want to get that all discombobulated and stuff. So awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
So next item on my list. So this is going into the white theme that I'm going into my room with. If you guys aren't aware, my home office, I'm trying to go for a white and black theme, mostly like white with a black trim to it. So if you look at my chair, I have the whoa, I just took the wire out. I have the Herman Miller embody chair, and it has a white frame with the black mesh seating, and that's exactly what I'm trying to go for in my room. You see I have the white pad right here, other white things. I have my headphones that are white and black. So I have a black PS4 rather, so I want to replace it with the white PS4, and it would just look really sick in my little center over here, and then I would move the black one into my living room area. Because obviously in the living room area, I just want everything black, very electronical black, sleek looking. Because when you have the lights off and stuff, and when you're watching a movie, you don't want anything to pop out from the entertainment center. So the white wouldn't really work there. But here, I want the white to pop because I have a black TV stand over here, and the white would just really stand out. So that would look really, really sick. And the one thing that really surprised me is I wasn't a big fan of white consoles in the past, but it looked really, really nice. So I got to give Sony kudos for the white PS4. I'm not too
with like the blue light. It looks really like ice,
Yeah, and the white controller also. Matt has the white controller currently. If you want to show them real quick.
I'll take the control freaks off. So.
Putting you on a spot over here. He's taking off the control freaks.
This is the white PS4 sick. Controller.
The one thing I understand the controller is that they made the back part like a darker white. It's like a grayish hue almost, as you could probably tell. I wish they just went the complete white out look to it. That would look much sicker. But hey, the console at least looks really sick.
I kind of like it.
So
it's like the. I guess we can touch on this real quick. Yesterday was the PlayStation 20th anniversary. So they released a 20th anniversary console, which is. It's like a darker gray than this. It's the PlayStation 1 gray with the same themed controller, and it all has like inscribed PlayStation buttons all over it. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I actually was really surprised how it looked, like how nice it looked. I thought it was going to look like a really light plasticky gray, but it's actually a darker gray. It looks really, really sick. And all the old school PlayStation logos on it, nice. And then you saw the unboxing. The box of that thing is sick. It's like a black box and has a nice presentation, very Apple-esque style unboxing. So I'm wondering how much that thing is going to cost.
Well, they have it set right now to 12,300 units worldwide. So I'm going to say my guesstimate's going to be at least 700, if not more.
On eBay?
Because
or
it's
you
coming
mean like
in a
retail?
collector's set. I think it's going to be way above retail.
No, but I mean, like, you mean an eBay is going to cost $700 or retail is going to be
$700? No, like retail.
I think.
Like release.
Okay. Because it does.
Because, I mean, they've done that before. They've done, like, the Xbox did developer versions.
Yeah, that's different, though. Like, it's actually developed. But it does.
But I feel like it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, it does come with the camera, so obviously it's going to be more than $400. I think it's going to be $450 500 maybe. You know, I think.
If you're even lucky to get it.
Well, yeah, I
get
think it's gonna be really rare to find, but I would still go for the white over the gray, but I like the 20th anniversary edition. It looks pretty sick.
To be honest, though, if you were to get your hands on a 20th anniversary edition, like of the launch, which by the way, it goes on sale Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, you could literally hold on to that. Don't open it at all. Give it like 4 years, and you'll sell that thing for like $20K.
Yeah,
I guarantee they'll be completely off the market.
Yeah, I may just buy it just to resell it. That'd be pretty weird.
You make a huge profit.
Yeah. So next item on your list.
Okay, so this is kind of a familiar item for a lot of people. I'll just go through it quickly. So this is a Rode PSA 1 arm, kind of self-explanatory. Right now I just have a cheesy kind of just a regular boom arm, but this mic's very heavy. I have the Blue Spark, which is a full metal mic, and it weighs maybe about 2.5 pounds, which is kind of heavy, I guess, or maybe it's 3 pounds. But it weighs down this stand enough that I have to have one of the legs at the same angle as the mic, so it doesn't counterbalance. So yeah, I definitely get this. I clip it on the back of my desk behind my monitor just so I can swing it around. It's kind of self-explanatory.
How much is that? It's like $100, $150.
It's $99 even,
99.
I believe.
So that's the actual mic stand that I have for my Rode Procaster, and the Procaster is pretty hefty. I'm not sure in relative how heavy it is compared to your Spark, but it does hold this pretty well. So it's a really nice stand. It really has nice motion, and it sticks where you want it to. It doesn't just like plop down like yours probably does, I guess.
Yeah, because mine's all just pressure. It's a pressure system. Yours, I believe, has like a pulley system.
Yes.
So there's only a certain amount of length that it can go. It won't move any farther than that. Mine is literally just 2 rubber stompers. It's like an old set of brakes.
Oh.
Pretty much have pressure on the side, and there's a caliper. So yeah. So your next item, which is kind of similar to your previous item.
So it would be the white Xbox One, which I think actually looks even sicker than the white PS4. I mean, look at that controller. It's right up my alley, the white and black. Holy shit, dude. It just looks like a Stormtrooper helmet almost. And the white Xbox, at first, I thought it was a little cheesy because it's really plasticky. It looks really glossy. But I actually saw it in person, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it would, again, put it in my home theater, my entertainment center over here in my office, and it'll pop out, and it'll look really sick. And I wish they sold the white Xbox controllers like they do on the PS4. I don't know why they don't do that, but
yeah,
I would at least get that right now. It looks so sick.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously that's the same thing that you do with the PS4. You just put it right in your office, put that one out in the living room.
Right. I would put my Xbox here, the black one, into the living room so it'll...
And Kelly can game.
And I have a Kinect over here. I wouldn't get the Kinect with this one because I don't really use it.
Yeah, no.
I would put the Kinect in the living room so it would have more... I would have more usage out of it in the living room, you know. Because if there's an actual Kinect game I want to play, there's more space out there. Over here, it's kind of more for login face recognition, which I don't really use all that often, actually. I just have it signed in automatically. But yeah, I'm in love with these white consoles. They got it perfect this time. The white Wii U doesn't look good. Have you seen that one?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's the
Wii U kind of dropped off my radar as in what I want to buy. I have some other things I want to buy.
So I want to rebuy both consoles in white. So that's it.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. That's like $1,000 right there. Anyway, so continuing the theme of white and black, although this has green cables, which is like kind of meh. But so these are the AKG Quincy Jones Q701 headphones. The reason I'd get these because my V motors are good. Don't get me wrong, but I have big ears and they get uncomfortable. After the show, my ears hurt. I can't really wear these headphones. So I'm deciding to get a nicer pair of AKGs, which are monitoring headphones, and they're kind of like the Audio-Technica MH50s. So they're all really, it's not really, I guess it's flat, so it's not really bassy or treble or highs. it kind of makes it sound real to how it was
They're
recorded.
reference
Yeah,
headphones.
reference headphones. And so yeah, I'd like to get a nice pair of these. And if I don't decide to get the Astros due to another item on my list, which I probably will wait for the Astros for a little while longer, then I'd put these right up next to the V Modus.
Yeah, those
For
look
sure.
really sick. And how much do those cost about?
Um, they're on sale right now. I think they're on sale for the rest of the year. For $189,
Not bad.
but they're normally like $399 or $499.
Oh wow, so that's a huge sale. Shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Yep.
Those look pretty sick though. They look very similar to the V motors I have with the white. Well, I keep forgetting I don't have the black anymore. I'll go over why I have these
Yeah.
ocean blue colors later in the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, those look really nice actually.
Yeah, and I mean you can always buy different cables too. Like I could get an orange.
I don't
cable
mind the
instead.
green actually. I mean, I'd rather it be like an electric blue color, but I don't mind that green.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't look bad, but it'll look bad in my setup.
Yeah, because you have
Orange and green don't clash.
orange is
Yeah,
a
they
bright color, and then introducing a different bright color would clash.
It's like orange and lime. You don't really, you don't put those together.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
Unless it's like some ricer car.
Yeah.
Then you put orange and lime together.
All right.
Okay.
So the next item.
White theme number 8.
So again, to go with my white theme, I would want to get the Audio Engine A5 Pluses. So if you're familiar with my setup, I have currently the Audio Engine A2s, and I don't know if you could see over here. I have one right here. It's black. Awesome speakers. I mean, they're a little bit smaller. I got them when I was first trying to get speakers last year. I was debating between the A2s and the A5 Pluses. The way my room was set up, I couldn't fit the A5 Pluses. They were way too big. It would block my TV. But now that I have my setup the way it is now, I have so much more room to work with. And these are great speakers, like I said, but they're lacking in the bass department. They're smaller tweeters, drivers rather, and they don't really pump up a lot of bass. So you really need a dedicated sub for these.
Yeah.
So I saw these A5 Pluses, and they're regarded as the best speakers under $600 basically. So, and the white just looks absolutely amazing. I mean, the white and black, right up my alley again. They make these in a bamboo color, which are actually pretty interesting. It's made out of real bamboo. You add on an extra $50 or $70 for that price tag though. So, not sure if it's.
Well, I'm sure there are it's a lot more precision when you're making them, because it's not just going into the factory. You probably have to actually hand build those layer by layer.
Yeah, they're handmade. And again, these A5 Plus come in black if you're interested in black. But these run at $400, so they're really nice speakers. They have they're actually really big too. I'm gonna have to make room, even in the setup I have now. I would have to make room for them. So
Yeah.
just be wary. You need room for them. And you don't want to place them improperly either, because these speakers, you need to place them in like a triangle in relative to you. You want to make an equilateral triangle with you as one point and the speakers at 2 other points. So if you don't have the right proper setup and the right space for something like this, you're completely wasting your money. So that's one thing to look out for.
Yeah, for sure, because it's all about the room with how the audio reverbs and stuff like that. So, yeah, next item. This is not white. Wait a second. This isn't in the right order.
That's my
No,
bad.
I'm just kidding. It's in the right order.
No, it's not.
It isn't?
Nope. So go to the tripod.
Oh, okay. So that's a Ravelli 75-inch tripod, and it's quite nice for DSLR camera work out in the field. No, but yeah, I'd get this for my DSLR. Yeah, so it's kind of self-explanatory. It's a Ravelli tripod. They're pretty nice. This one's about $99. Ravelli's kind of one of the nicer brands that you can get, and this is kind of a heavy-duty one. So yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty sick. It has a leveler even on it. So
Yeah, it has a pistol grip. I think that's what they call it.
nice. Yeah, that's a actual professional grade tripod right there. Nice.
Yeah, and it's not too expensive for what you're
No.
getting. You're getting 75-inch tripod. That's a pretty fair size
Yeah, for $100
tripod. So.
not bad. It comes with a carrying case. Looks like also. So
Yeah.
getting the full package. Awesome.
Yep.
So my next pick
Wait, is it white?
Yes. Hey, guess what? It's white.
Okay.
This is the sub to go with the Audio Engine A5 Pluses. It's the Audio Engine S8. It's their subwoofer that they make. A lot of people get this sub to go with the A2s. Like I mentioned, the A2s are kind of lacking in the sub, so in the bass department. So people get the sub to coincide with it.
Yeah.
I would rather just get the whole shebang. The A5 Pluses with the subwoofer, have the shit rocking. You know how I do with EDM. Have that.
Yeah, you're literally rocking your shit.
Yeah, literally rocking the shit. And self-explanatory as the color. I mean, I've mentioned it 1,000,000 times. So, next
Is it
item.
white? Okay, is this a slider?
Shit. I done goofed.
You forgot the camera slider.
Yeah, I forgot the camera slider. Well, anyway.
Okay, we'll just mention it briefly.
Yeah, just mention
then.
the slider.
So it was a fancier camera slider. Fancier is the brand. It's not a fancier.
Fancy.
But that also is mountable on the tripod. So yeah, so that's why I got that. And if I ever did like a cool video like that, I could do car videos or something. I don't know.
So
I'm sure it would come in handy.
So if you get all that camera equipment, you're gonna make some really high quality stuff. Then I'm guessing with the tripod and the slider, you're gonna do some product reviews and shit like that.
Well, I like to do photography. I have a couple people that I know who do photography professionally around me, and they like to go on like there's these things. It's like group photography. I don't know what they call it, but it's like you pretty much go out early morning. Everyone just brings their cameras and stuff, and you just like hike around.
Oh, it was like that movie. What was the name of that movie? With Jim Carrey.
Yes Man.
Yes Man. Yeah, at the end where
yeah.
What's her name? This Chanel.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, she went on the camera thing, running around. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those around, and if you're friends with me on Facebook, Rich, so you saw my photos that I take every once in a while. But I mean, it's handy to have like a camera, so I could actually go out and like take photos after work or something on a Saturday.
Oh, for sure. So we'll go into the camera stuff a little bit. We didn't even cover that. So my next item is a 4K Asus monitor. I don't remember the exact model number off the top of my head.
I don't even know why I have.
But this will tie into my overall my next item, which is the big ticket item. But I want 2 4K monitors. I currently have 3 monitors. I don't really need 3 monitors. 2 would be perfect, and then have them at 4K resolution. That's all I would need in terms of screen real estate. And this is a 28-inch monitor. I currently have 3 27 inches, so it'll be a little bigger than what I have. And it's perfect because it would take up less of my desk space, and it's still really high res and great for gaming. This specific model, I don't remember which one it was. It's bad.
Yeah, this is probably a more expensive model because right now, if you guys saw on Black Friday, there's like $300, $400 displays. Those are like 30 hertz.
Yeah.
Displays, so those aren't for gaming at all. They're not really for anything. I don't know why you get a 4K monitor that's 30 hertz. I mean, 4K is for viewing content, like videos, and obviously gaming. But I mean, you could work with photos and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's all you would really use for those 30K monitors.
Yeah, it's just to get the low price point out there, and people get suckered in. The last thing a casual person looks at is the refresh rate. Like my cousin, he bought the that cheap Psycho 4K TV that was on sale for like $200 last year.
My parents actually are coming home on Sunday. They have we just got a 4K TV.
You did?
Yeah, we got the 55-inch Samsung 4K TV.
Nice.
I hope it's pretty good quality.
Yeah, well, you gotta let us know how it goes. But you gotta be really careful when you buy 4K. It's still early. Where things aren't cheap, but the prices are kind of cheap because these companies are making really piece of shit 4K monitors, so you got to be really careful. This one runs about $550, $600, so that's a good price point you want to look at right now. A couple months down the road, maybe it'll be cheaper, but right now that's about how much you're going to spend.
I'll probably do an unboxing and kind of like test video on my channel.
Do it.
Once we get it.
Yeah,
so
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So your last item up for grabs.
So this is a pretty cool bundle I found. Actually, on Amazon, I found another bundle that has all this plus a SD card, a professional one too. So it's like the 100 megs speed. instead of 30.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this is a Nikon D3200. It's not the newest camera; it's like a year old, but it's kind of like rivaling with the T4i, and it's quite good camera. 24.2 megapixels sensor. This one specifically comes with two lenses. It comes with a 18 to 55, and then it comes with a 55 to 200, and it also comes with a bag that you guys saw there. And this is really probably the cheapest DSLR deal that I have right now on Amazon, sitting at about $490. So
It's not bad.
it's kind of like unbeatable.
Yeah, it's a pretty
I
good
mean,
price.
you have 1080p, 60 frames per second, or 720p 60, 1080. It's all the same as the T4i with 1080 at 30 and 24 frames per second. But you guys will probably see that in the future, near future.
So that will round out your basic your photography binge that you want to go on. You know, basically up your
Yeah.
photography, get real professional photos going, right?
Yeah. I mean, I like photography. I think it's cool. It'd be a fun hobby to do. And I mean, when I'm going to college next year for graphic design and design, it helps to have photography. If I ever go into concept design, you can take your own pictures, and like clouds and stuff. That's a big popular thing. If you need your own pictures because you can't get copyright claims or anything like that. So when you're going out and you're just compiling a bunch of clouds in a concept photo, it helps to have your own good quality camera. So
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to school for anything in the creative realm, you need your own DSLR. You know, it's only $400 or $500. You know, you don't have to buy the best DSLR, something entry level.
Yeah, they actually say to buy a cheaper body and then a more expensive lens, and you'll get better photos.
You'll get more for your money, basically.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what I'm doing. I'm buying kind of like a starter body, and I'll get these two lenses, and I'll probably have a couple more lenses. I was looking at 35 millimeter, which looks pretty cool. It has a very, very nice depth of field, better than a 50 millimeter because it's smaller. But yeah, it's going to be quite nice purchase, and I can't really find a better deal than that right now. So.
Awesome. So my last item, the big ticket item, is a Mac Pro. So I currently have a 27-inch iMac, not the 5K one, the one that was previous to that. But once I go to replace this computer, I want to have a Mac Pro, the middle tier one, the 6-core one, with the 3.5 gigahertz 6-core. I want to get the middle tier graphics that they offer. So it's the D500, each with 3 gigs of video RAM. The one with the D700, I mean, that's at $600. That's a little too much. I mean, that's overkill. So, and then the RAM, I mean, the RAM is whatever. I could always add whatever I want after the fact. So, I think if I were to have that, the Mac Pro, the two 4K monitors, the audio setup that I just described, that would be a sick setup. I mean, it would condense things a lot more, because of the screens. I would have the Mac Pro sitting like right over here, and then I'll have the two white speakers right next to it. It'll just look absolutely sick. So
it would pretty much rival like any high-end setup that you can find, like Mr. Tybox. I mean, his is kind of overkill because he has six
monitors,
6 4K monitors, but like still, it's that good. It has that much power.
Yeah, I mean, you look at anyone else. I mean, Unbox Therapy, he has the Mac Pro with the single monitor currently.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
obviously
just has a single monitor. It's very clean.
Yeah, very clean. He actually has the white A5 Pluses as well. So he really promotes those. He likes those as well. That's not the reason I'm getting it. I've been wanting it for a while. But they're awesome speakers, and everything I picked, it's pretty much top notch. So and everything Matt picked is really awesome. So I think if we got all this for Christmas, I think we'd both die, quite honestly, from excitement.
I'd die in happiness.
Oh my god! Like I remember last year when we picked out our wish list. It was more practical stuff, more stuff that we actually could get, and actually everything I did get, which was my wife's fault because she
did click all.
She literally went down my Amazon wish list and bought everything. I mean, the Philips Hue, the V Modas, what else did I get? The Harmony One Ultimate, the Harmony Ultimate. I mean, so she got everything on that wish list. I'm telling her not to do that this time because we will be broke. I mean, it's like what, $10,000 worth of stuff on that wish list probably.
On yours, yeah, definitely. On mine, it's probably like 1,500.
Really, that's it? Probably more than that.
Yeah.
A little bit.
No,
No. All right. Well, you want a little bit more
not that.
cost effective.
I have a lot of smaller things like under 100.
Yeah, it's true. So that's our wish list for 2014, and it's not just for us stating what we want. It's for you to get ideas of what to get the tech lover in your life in case you want to.
Yeah.
Because it's really tough this time of year for Christmas when you're a tech guy. A lot of people like your spouse or your girlfriend or your parents. They're not really into tech, or gaming.
Yeah.
And it's really tough to get them to understand like what kind of stuff we want. Especially someone like me, like I buy everything throughout the year that I want. Like I wanted this microphone, I bought the microphone. Otherwise, I would ask for it for Christmas. The Rode Procaster. But it's stuff like that on these wish lists that give you the idea of what the hot items are. And I think we pretty much cover a lot of things, both gaming and tech related.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that's a problem with me and you. We buy a lot of the stuff that we want throughout the year. Because a lot of the things that we have would be better to have right away.
Yeah.
I
feel like a lot of stuff, if you wait, like let's say the iPad, right?
Yeah.
Or the iPhone. You get it like 4 months after it's released. It kind of loses its luster. I don't really care for it that much if I get it that late,
Yeah, for sure. Which, I mean, it's kind of with tech products, everything's evolving day after day. So that kind of leads to that.
Yeah, and also if you wait too long, then it could lead into the next iteration's out already. So it's like, oh shit, I just got this, but the new one came out. So it's really tough with tech. You want to be kind of on the leading edge, but not complete leading edge, because then you'll be like an early beta tester kind of, guinea pig.
Yeah, for sure.
But
yeah, we should jump into before we end off the show. We have a couple things that we got each other. Specifically, me got a couple of things for you, and you got a lot of things.
So we did the same thing last year. We did a little gift trading, and last year we opened each other's gifts on Christmas Eve. This time, this kid literally, like, as soon as I got his gifts, he told me to open them. Like, dude, it's like 3 weeks until Christmas, but hey, I mean, whatever, we
can use them for the show.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nicer to open at Christmas Eve, have the whole Christmas thing going and have the anticipation build up to it, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna go over what he got me real quick. So he got me new shields for my V motors. They're an ocean blue color, really sick looking color. As you probably noticed, I usually have the black rocking on these things, so it gives me another option to change up the color if I want, And the other item he got me is really, really awesome. Is this little Mario amiibo. So I have a Wii U, I have Mario Kart, I have Super Smash Brothers, and you can put this on top of your game controller, and it actually downloads costumes and stuff like that, and unlocks the character.
Yeah, it's like costumes and race cars and stuff like that. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I also have 2 other things that I'm sending him still. I just haven't gotten to send them out yet, which I have right here, one of them, which is kind of a rarity, I guess you'd say. So this is a Nintendo GameCube, because Rich has this vintage collection.
Yeah.
And this is a Nintendo GameCube to Game Boy Advance adapter, which is pretty cool because this was out. This had just come out when the GameCube came out.
And it was actually meant for the Game Boy Advance, which was the non-clamshell one. It was the actual all open console.
Yeah, so it would plug right onto the back like that. And pretty much, there's a bunch of different games that you could get, like Mario Kart, Pac-Man, all kinds of games like that. And it would have a double screen. So it would almost be like a DS. You'd have your secondary screen on this Nintendo, on the Game Boy, and then you'd have your main screen on your television, which is really cool for back in the day.
It was actually an early Wii U. I mean, you think about the Wii U, you have a screen at your fingertips, and you have the main screen. So it adds a lot of gameplay elements. Like if you have something you don't want other people to see, like if you're trying to catch them or something. I forget certain games. Yeah. But it
was with Pac-Man. You could make it so you can't see where Pac-Man is on the map.
So that's pretty awesome.
And then, I'm also sending him an Xbox One controller headset adapter for some headphones.
Much needed because that thing's like $30 by itself. So,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have an Xbox One, obviously. But just in general, this amiibo looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's really well made. It's not
Yeah.
cheap plastic or anything. It's actually like a rubber plastic almost. And look at that fireball. I mean, it's awesome. So it's really really well made. It's only like $13, so it's not all that expensive. And they make one for like I think about 10 different characters. So
I think it's 15 to 20.
So even then, it's not that expensive, relatively speaking. So
yeah,
what did I get you, Matt?
So Rich also got me V Motor Shields. So you guys can see right here, they are orange. You know, to match the theme. He also got me an orange or salmon pink. It's pretty much orange. It is orange. Spec shield for my MacBook. And he also got me a bunch of cable organization things. So he got me these. These are called captive cables, and they're pretty much... I haven't set these ones up specifically yet, but they... you just clip them on, stick them on anywhere you want, and they can just route cables, which is very nice. They'll come in handy for sure. He also got me 2 of these neoprene cable management sleeves, which I've set up already, actually. Which I'm just waiting on that cable box eventually. And then he also got me these, which I thought were pink because the box shows that they're pink. I was like, oh, gee, thanks, Rich. But they gave me 3 black ones. So
very deceptive box.
You know, and it even says thanks on it. I feel like it's such like a Chinese like brand. Like,
they
so
trolled
cheesy.
you.
They're like, yeah, we'll just give them a pink box and toss 3 of them in there. Yeah, so he also, I feel
the
like
surge
there's one
protector.
more. Yeah, didn't I say
No.
that? He also got me that Belkin 12 port surge protector, which is very nice. Instead of having like 2 6 ports daisy chained together, I got that. So, yeah, all that stuff definitely helped out.
So I
just have to organize my USB hub.
Yeah, if you saw our vlog where I went over his house in Maine a couple of I think it was like over a month ago. We redid his wire management in his room, and once I saw that, I knew he needed a lot of help. So I sent him a lot of stuff his way to organize that stuff a little better, you know.
Mentally, everything. I just needed mental pickups, physical pickups, you know.
Because I mean, I did the best I could with what I had, which is basically just zip ties that he currently had when I was there.
Yeah.
So only so much you can do. But now he's gonna completely rehaul all the wires and stuff, so it should look a lot cleaner.
I've pretty much got everything set. I just need to reorganize my USB hub, which is like above on the desk, and get the cable box or something similar.
Yeah. That's all you would need. So awesome. So yeah, that about wraps up this episode. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. We have a lot of holiday themed episodes coming forward, and I think next week I'm not going to be doing an episode. I have my holiday party for work, so next Thursday is a week off. But the week after, most likely what we're going to do is do a year-end roundup for tech and gaming. Yep. So we did the same thing last year. It was like one of the last episodes of 2013. We went over a lot of the tech stuff, like our best gadget of the year, the worst gadget of the year, best and worst game of the year, you know, stuff like that. So that's a lot of fun to go over. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. I feel like that's gonna be a lot of fun. We have more another episode after that for Christmas. We're gonna go over what we got for Christmas, do a little mini review and stuff like that. So lots and lots of stuff.
Maybe we might do. I feel like it might be better to do a New Year's stream and do that all in one. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll work out the details, but
because like I don't get stuff normally on Christmas Day. I go like out shopping afterwards.
Yeah, well, we'll work out the timing. But either way, I want to thank everyone for coming out. GC Tech, X Infinity, Zachary. Thanks a lot. Everyone else that I might have missed. So this is episode 26, as I mentioned, and we'll see you guys next time.